Hello everybody, it's Therese and Auliffe here from Lighting the Way, and it's 1st of July, so I'm welcoming you all. We've made it this far and we continue to grow and develop and expand our consciousness by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by the week, by the month. You know, it's all happening, it really is. So I'm here to offer some guidance for the month of July. And of course, I've been calling on the angels all morning and also some guides. You can probably hear I have a bit of a head cold. So that's part of the ascension process, clearing lots and lots and lots and lots. So as my mother used to say, the badness has to come out somewhere. And it's really true. You know, there's a lot of people that I know suffering from aches and pains and sore throats and sinus problems and head colds and lots of different bits and bobs, you know, but it seems to be common. So we're raising in vibration, so we have to release all of the traumas and all of that ancestral stuff. So of course there are many ways we do it. I'm diving into the Dolores Cannon work at the moment, so I'm working with 25 pro bonos, which I will have completed, please God, by the end of July, maybe into the first week of August. Actually, I think I do have two the first week of August. So after that, then I will be putting that up as an offering, because that really does help us to get right back in, so we can understand what's going on in this life and get in contact with the highest aspects, with the whole of consciousness, so that we can do the healing and the clearing. But you know, we're healing away day by day, and this month I really feel we're being supported to sort of reintegrate the balance, the real balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Now obviously it's not going to be done in a month. Well, maybe it will. If you contact the SC, probably will be done this month, but as we plod along, that's what we're actually being given the opportunity, and even the cosmic alignment is there now to help us with this reintegration. So I did take one card before I came on screen, which I will leave till the very end. Okay, so it's from the Metatron deck, the Amanda Ellis deck of Metatron cards, and it's about the inner child. So it really is about going back and meeting that inner child, you know, and I'll read the whole lot, and it really is again about, you know, sorting out the wounding that happened then. And you know, it could be quite significant to what's going on for you yourself today. So let's work with that. At the very end I will read that whole page, and it's actually very good. So I did have a look at it and I did connect in. And I feel that I had a meditation before that, and I feel that it's quite connected to my meditation. So I did jot down just a few things. So I have the word brave, just in case I forget to talk about it. Last week, one of the days, I was coming home from my beach walk and I was driving the car when this happened. You know, those little shots of total alignment that are starting to come. And some of us may be getting them frequently, or maybe getting them for long periods of time. And maybe some of you don't know yet what I'm talking about. But it's happening. And I had this shot of alignment, and I was driving my car, but I was safe, you know, because it wouldn't be given to you unless it was in a safe place. So I was still, you know, with my conscious mind, I was still focused on where I was going and everything. But this just came in, and the word brave was what was attached to it. And it was more than that. There was like a real strong feeling that I was watching myself driving my car and here on earth, but I was also watching everything at the same time. And the word brave was very, very pertinent, and it was like how brave we all are, and just to be here at this time, to be experiencing all of the stuff that we're experiencing on this human journey, you know, because we're magnificent beings of pure light and pure love, but we're having the human experiences. So we've chosen to come down and raise the vibration and raise the consciousness and have the human experiences that are necessary to raise that planetary vibration and all of the humans on it. So we're all brave, you know, and it's to be brave in the face of adversity, because some people have chosen to be the villains to help us to connect in, to even get more of the light out here and more of the consciousness and to start emanating it. So I'm just going to ask you all to take that word on board for the whole month of July, and you can carry it on and on and on and on and on if you wish, because if we get that word into our beliefs and our thoughts and our programs, that's something that came to me this morning, is that we're, you know, we all tell ourselves stories, and the stories are very often in a loop and they just go round and round and round. So we'll never make changes for ourselves, you know, and we won't align to this balance and this harmony and this, you know, this dance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, because that's really what we're striving to get to. So please take the word brave into your consciousness. And where can you be brave? You know, to stand up for yourself, to love yourself more, to give yourself more time. Because in essence, when we actually look after ourselves and really understand how to love ourselves, then we can actually share that love with others in that pure state, unconditional love. So I feel it's a month, you know, where we're getting the chance to realign, reintegrate that complete balance of divine feminine and divine masculine that's within each one of us, to allow us to feel whole and balanced and obviously emerging as that whole self. That's where we're heading to. And this month is a month where I feel that truth and justice and I suppose collaboration even, you know. See, there's an old belief that I have myself about collaboration, because we haven't really seen it. You know, we certainly haven't seen it with the powers to be. So this is something that I need to align to myself. So that's a word for me to take on board, because this is what's coming. And this is where we all need to be at, you know, where we're very happy to collaborate with others and to, you know, discuss the points of view and just get it all through. But deep down inside, the real answers, the answers for us, are all in here. They're all inside of us. They're all in our hearts, you know. So I will draw a few cards and see what else the angels have to say. But just give a quick look at what I wrote down. Time of nurturing ourselves, nurturing others, and nurturing Mother Earth. So if we really, really think about the earth, if we all do our little bit to nurture the earth, like, it's like, woo, what's going to happen? You know, setting the wild seeds is a beautiful thing to do. You know, to think about, if you're growing something, what are you putting on the actual crop? Make sure that it's nothing that harms the soil or harms the bees or the birds or the worms or the snails or whatever. Just make sure you're not using all those chemical-laden substances that people have been using, and just find more natural remedies, you know, organic. We've got to start thinking organic, growing our own stuff. You can grow a lot of stuff in pots and everything. Yeah, like the last couple of years now, we've been growing a significant amount of food, really. Plant-based food, like we are plant-based. Well, my husband isn't fully plant-based, I am. But we have a lot of plants that we grow, and we love them because they feed us, they give us sustenance, and we just make sure that what we put on them is actually clean as well. And that's really important. So that's one way, you know, like not buying plastic, you know, that's another way. And like, my eyes are being opened widely for me about the understanding of, you know, what plastic is in, you know, obviously the obvious things like the bottles, the wrappers, and all of the things that we see in supermarket shelves, like, you know, the laziness, you know, the convenience of just lashing plastic around something, even cling film and all that sort of stuff. It's little stuff altogether. But clothing, you know, just think about the clothing. We went to Barbara O'Neill there in Dublin probably 2 weeks ago now, and she opened my eyes about the different products, you know, and about obviously bamboo, you know, coming from the pulpit trees and things, and just look for the products that are made from plants basically, and that are not synthetic, you know, because when our pores open, like all that lycra and everything, when our pores open, when we sweat, when we get hot, say if you're jogging or running or doing something and your pores open, you know, you're porous then, so everything is going to go in. So all those chemicals are going to go in and mix with your blood and your hormones and everything, and long term cause a lot of problems. So there are things we need to become really conscious of as well. You know, it's very broad, it's so big, it's so huge. But if you do start connecting in there, and I mean, the internet has so much stuff, so much good stuff, obviously there's so much crap in there as well. But you know, if you look up the right people and you connect with your heart and you try to research something that sits with you, you will find some answers. And once your antennae connects, you connect to the right people as well. Like I've started running women's circles here on a Sunday morning, and our intention really is to open our hearts so that we can bring those open hearts back into the workplace, back into our homes, back into the lives, and connect with other people. But first we have to focus on ourselves. So it's the same for all of us. So what are you wearing? What are you eating? What are you thinking? Are you drinking plenty of filtered water? Again, be careful of the water. Water in plastic bottles, yeah, maybe convenient to go into the shop and buy a plastic bottle of water, but a lot of the plastic has absorbed into the water, and then you are consuming plastic. So you just need to be careful, you know. I could go on and on and on, so I'm not going to continue, because this month is actually about alignment. It's about connecting with that deep truth that's within you and recalibrating really, and reintegrating the balance of the divine feminine and masculine. So what else did I say here? Time of nurturing ourselves other than earth. Yeah, healing the shadow aspects of ourselves. So that's something that's obvious. It's obvious that if you're going to be realigning, you're going to be healing the shadow aspects. So all that stuff that comes up, like, say, we just take, for instance, a thought, you know. So generations after generations, so about 5,000 years worth of generations have been in a vibration that supported a certain way of thinking and a certain way of behaving. And so we're changing all that. So I suppose the person that comes to mind for me would be Joe Dispenza, you know, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's one of his books. That just springs to mind, because that's basically what, you know, we're starting to do, is breaking the habits of that old cycle, that old patterns of thoughts going round and round and round, looping and getting us nowhere except frustrated and in, you know, a drama loop. So the traumas and the dramas is what we're really working on clearing off this month. Truth, justice, collaboration, emerging fully balanced. That's kind of really what I wrote down. Balance, harmony, wholeness. And of course, that's all about alignment, you know, alignment, alignment, alignment. Actually here yesterday, like these workshops just, you know, take off by themselves on the circles, and I did a huge amount of work on just aligning our energy centers, and everybody just floated out the door, so much so that I'm going to create a program for the winter about energetic alignment and probably run it over 7 or 8 weeks some evenings, so watch out for that. Now just let me see, I just want to see what archangel we can connect with this month to help us to be brave, right? Because we're really connecting in now with the inner child this month, because the inner child is that part of us, you know, that has the answers. So here we go. So what archangel? No, this is generic. So if you want a full reading for yourself, personal reading, connect with me, or you can book it through my website, or just connect with me and we'll work it out. One for the month of July, please. Okay. Archangel Sandalphon. Oh, this makes perfect sense. We angels bring you gifts from the Creator. Open your arms to receive them. So there's that magenta color. So Sandalphon actually works hand in hand with Metatron. And Sandalphon does the grounding. So he does the recalibration, basically. So when the higher vibrations start to filter into your cells, Sandalphon helps you to recalibrate. So he's bringing you gifts from the Creator is what it says this month. And open up your arms to receive them. So be ready. Just be ready to receive. Don't be thinking, oh, I don't deserve this or whatever. This is what's coming in for me, is that we're greater than we know. We're greater than we probably ever really fully know until we become spirit again. So just let all those old conditioned thoughts of, oh God, sure, I couldn't have that. Like, not me. Because the gifts are coming. So Sandalphon, just think of Sandalphon and Metatron. they work together, you know. I've trained in quite a few of the Metatronic levels of training, and we always work with Sandalphon to work on the feet and to help with the recalibration of everything that's happening when you're coming into alignment. So it's beautiful that he has come in bringing you the gifts from the Creator. So we'll work with Sandalphon for the month. Now, what do we need to surrender? I know I'm talking about thoughts and old ways of being and old habits. That's absolutely imperative that that happens. I'm just going to see what the angels, I'm going to ask them now to give me one card from the surrender deck. So again, it's generic, but let's see, because, whoops, Jesus, this card is stuck to me now. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Okay, so that's a huge one for us, okay? So we people please for many different reasons. And again, we go back to the inner child. That's where we'll often find the information of why we're now people pleasing. So please yourself first. Okay, so this is what this card says. And there's always a secondary gain when we're people pleasing. But it's always at, well, I shouldn't say always, mostly always at the expense of ourselves, of our own joy, of our own movement, of our own evolution. So, you know, concentrate on yourself first. That's what's really, really important. So surrender the habit of people pleasing. I'm going to take one soul coaching card and see where this, no, there's a card there. I will read this card, but I will take another one as well. Commitment, there's two of them actually. Commitment and focus, okay? These probably are our two cards. I will take one other. So commit to yourself, okay? Focus. All your thoughts are directed towards the highest good. And my commitment increases my joy and freedom. So basically commit to the alignment and to the rebalancing and the recalibration of the male and female energies. I always see it like a dance. So when I close my eyes and I ask to show me what it looks like, for me, to see the male and the female balance, it's always a dance. It's just always like a beautiful movement, and it's always a dance. So for me, I always ask to see the energies dancing freely, and that they're not like stumbling and falling over each other, or one is just dancing and the other one is kind of sitting there. So just trying to get that. That's how I see it in my body and in my life, really, not just my body, because my body is just holding the soul. So just see now, am I missing anything? So yeah, we'll take this one here. Gratitude, okay? This is a glorious time to be alive, and I'm so grateful, okay? And you know, we all need to be reminded of the gratitude cards, because there's just so much chaos going on in the world, because all the old shadow is trying to cling as tight as it can, and it's showing itself in very ugly ways. So just feel grateful for your own evolution, for everything that you have around you, for your body, for your eyes. You can name it. Just keep being grateful. Oh my goodness, we're getting a big zing in my ears now. So gratitude, yeah. Gratitude is the key to opening the heart. Yeah, that's what I'm being told. So just be grateful. So this is the Don Miguel Ruse 4 agreements. So I'm just going to see what's here for us. They're sticking, so there's quite a bit that could happen, I think. But we'll just ask for one, please. Just one now, please, for the month. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Everyone lives their own dream. Don't take anything personally. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one we live in. And by golly, is that true? Okay, so that again comes back to your own personal alignment, okay? And, you know, not to sacrifice yourself for anybody else. So start with yourself. So this is your month to start looking at your shadows, okay? And transmuting them, okay? It's not really as difficult as we have learned. So we have to get rid of the old beliefs, and we'll just bring in the new one. I'm just going to ask Michael, Archangel Michael, for one card. Because Michael really is very good for making us feel safe. And sometimes when the shadows come up, we just feel a bit fearful. So he clears off the fear. So, or maybe putting them back in the box and saying another day. But That's where Joe Dispenza comes in and says, no, 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 no. That's you're just trying to soothe your nervous system, but you'll still have to face it. So it's down in the box and it's causing problems. So here we go. Michael, a message, please. Okay, so this one's quite strong. This is your life's purpose. Woohoo! Here we go. And of course, there's always a prayer with Michael. Sorry, now I don't have my glasses on, so I'll just have to hold it away. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life's purpose and ask you to help me to be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. So that's career. So life purpose and career, they're both in on that card, okay? And sometimes they can be intermingled, okay? I have a lot of people coming to me for healing sessions at the moment and for QHHT healing sessions, which are still pro bonos, as I said. Excuse me. And a lot of people are actually wondering what is their purpose, but also a lot of people are thinking of changing their line of work. So they might have been in a job for a long, long time and they just feel it doesn't align with them anymore. So this is what this card is really about. Now, I do have glasses. I knew they were here somewhere. I'm going to read you the message from Metatron, but first I'm going to take a card for the kids, one card for the children. Okay, so the children really are our future. They're teaching us, but we're also there to support them and to lead the way with them and listen to the children. It's really important. A lot of them are coming in with a lot of information for us and we really need to listen to it. Okay, so again, it's pure heart. My angel says, kindness is the sunshine. It makes everyone feel warm and good about themselves. Self-love again. Kindness is the sunshine. Isn't that just beautiful? So I think I'll put that card up as the photograph for the reading so that we will remember, because that's a big message for us. So now we've got it all in one. It's really all about evolution, but it's about alignment and it's about combining the male and the female divine aspects of ourselves so that we can feel whole, so that we can share that kindness, that truth, that justice. So it's all coming, but it comes through healing the shadow. So we're there, you know, we're really there, and just getting rid of the old beliefs and the old thoughts, having gratitude, surrendering to people pleasing. I'm just having a glance at the cards now. Being committed and focused to looking after ourselves, really. And this was the card that I took from the Metatron deck. Okay, so it says, inner child, hear and know me. Okay, so I'm actually going to just read this and close this reading then. Stop for a moment. Someone is calling you. Have drowned out your cries for long enough. This is the voice of your inner child, often ignored and sometimes unknown, neglected or pushed aside. Maybe you don't recognize their voice, or maybe it's familiar, but you haven't had time to fully listen to it lately. Your child lives within you, a presence that is like a hologram that is imprinted within it every experience, thought, belief and desire from your childhood. All the times you laughed, all the times you cried, and everything in between. The times you sang freely and the times you felt unheard. He or she sits within your heart. Is your door to them closed or open? Today you're asked to open that door and allow your inner child to come forward at an age and time when they wish to reveal themselves to you. It is safe to do so. What age are you taken back to, and how do you look today? They may be crawling infants looking for nurture, the expectant adolescent ready for adventure, the abandoned, fearful 5-year-old, or the exuberant, happy 9-year-old who loved life and embraced every moment. Metatron was with them then, just as he is here with you now. Maybe you sense angels in childhood but weren't allowed to fully embrace them. You may have misunderstood or been afraid of their light, but they were always there to help, not hinder, just as you know now. Metatron was with them then, just as he is with you now. Also allow Metatron to reveal the glory and beauty of his kingdom for your child to see with new eyes, the love that's here for them. As your child come forward, allow them to be wrapped in Metatron's rainbow wings, bringing healing, comfort and support to whatever is needed right now. You are encouraged to meditate, speak aloud, or write down any feelings that arise from connecting with your inner child. What do they say? How do they feel? What do they need? Look into the kind, loving eyes of Angel Metatron and see and feel how he understands everything. Acknowledge all that has been through and offer a new beginning now for the child and for you. You are a precious soul, a unique being, and you matter. As a child, you were put here on earth to laugh, to play, to learn, and to explore. If this didn't happen, you can begin again. It may seem difficult at first to play or feel free, but you can do it. Tune into what your child wants to do today. Bake a cake, go cycling, eat ice cream, get creative. They will tell you if you listen. Together you can heal from the past, learn to live happily in the present, and look forward to the next phase of life, healed, whole, and intact. Adult and inner child together, reunited, happy, and belonging to each other, finally free. What a beautiful message for us all. I want you to have a beautiful month of July, recalibrating, realigning, letting go of all those shadows and embracing your light, your love, your truth, connecting with your beautiful heart. And if you want any assistance, you want an angel card reading for yourself, you want an angel healing, you want a life coaching session, you can book it on my website or you can contact me and we'll work out a time for you. So from the end of August, September onwards, I'll also be offering QHHT sessions. So God bless you and have a lovely month of July.